everyone, welcome to Two Car Pros. My name is Ryan, and today we're going to talk about shift cable end bushings. Exciting topic, I know. So basically at the end of a shift cable is a little teeny tiny thing of plastic, sometimes made of rubber, that interact with the ball end of the shift arm armature and your shift cable. And that material is not made of awesome stuff usually, and it'll crumble into nothing, and it'll affect how you go into park and reverse and drive. And of course I'm speaking for automatic transmissions. Manual transmissions, you got a whole other thing going on. You're in a different video. So if you've noticed it's weird going from, park to reverse to drive, you might need to look at your shift cable end bushing, and that's exactly what we're going to replace here today. Please note, this isn't a guaranteed fix to everything. You could have a range sensor problem. Your shift cable could be stretched out and too long, but I wanted to show this fix on the Chevy Impala because it's a little bit of a weird one, something you don't hear all the time, but something me in the industry sees a lot. So I want to share that with you. So let's jump into it. So before we go over the fix, I'm going to show you exactly what's going wrong. So here we are in park. Dash says we're in park. Shifter agrees with that. So I'm going to do is put it in reverse. Dash agrees. We're in reverse. Car moves backward. I'm going to go ahead and put it in drive. Pretend like I'm going for a drive. Okay. But now I need to reverse again. I'm going to put the shifter into reverse. Should be there. But look. The computer thinks we're not in a gear. That's because we're not. Give it a little throttle. The car does not move because the car is still neutral. Technically it's in between changing gears. You can jiggle around the shifter a little bit to get it to kind of realize where it is, and then it is selected and the car moves rearward again. So let's look into what is causing that. So right here under the engine bay is where our shift cable actually connects to the shift armature arm that goes into the transmission. This will look different vehicle to vehicle, but one thing will always be in common. There'll be a shift cable somewhere where it's held, and our problem today, a worn out shift bushing. And these can be located anywhere on the vehicle, basically. It can be underneath the hood, it can be underneath the car. Just basically look at your transmission and see where the shift cable goes into. And then you can see that, look, it shouldn't be able to do that. See all that play there? Well, that's falling off, but look at all that play here. This is your problem. So it's not actually going into gear. And that's because this shift bushing, which is very common to go out, just crumbled into nothing. So we just need to replace it. Shouldn't be too bad. So right here is the bracket that actually holds our shift cable to the car. This is essential for the shift cable working because it holds the sheathing, so, well, it works. And it's held on with two 13mm bolts. Yours could be different. And truthfully, you could probably put the bushing in without removing the bracket, but to make it a little easier on ourselves today and so you can see what I'm doing, I'm going to remove this so I can flip it up. So now we can reach for our shift cable. This is the one that comes in from the car and goes down. We have to reach down further to grab our shift cable. It should just come up and out like this, so we can replace that bushing. So here's our shift cable end. Here's our new bushing, link down below in the description. And before you go ahead and buy this exact product, verify that it fits your car, because the diameter of this end could be different. And it could vary make to make and model to model. I can't account for every single car ever made, but the process will be exactly the same. So we'll take the bushing and just kind of walk it in there. Little prying implement really helps kind of push the bushing down in there. There we go. Make sure it's flush on the other side, so it's not going to just like fall out. I can see it's not quite in. There we go. Perfect. See that? It's all uniform all the way around. That's what you're looking for. That looks really nice. Very cool. And then route your cable back down to where it wants to go, and you're going to like this part. You just grab the shift cable, orientate it correctly, and push it down on that ball. Just like that. And check it out. No more slop. It is nice and precise. Yeah, awesome. Then we can grab our bracket and replace that. The shift cable will not work unless this bracket is replaced, so you need to do it. I'm going to cinch them down with my impact. I'm just going to be very careful about it because it is going into aluminum. good. There we go. No, I don't have a torque spec. It's going to vary make and model to make and model. If you want to know torque spec, you can visit our website, twocarpros.com, where an expert will be along shortly to answer your question for absolutely free. Okay, so let's do this again. Let's go ahead and put it in a drive like we're driving around. Okay, and then we need to go in reverse. And look at that. This time it actually goes into reverse. Do it again. Make sure it's not a fluke. Yep, we're good. Looks like that shift bushing fixed our problem. So that's how to replace a shift bushing cable end. It is very, very easy. Took no longer than 5 minutes. You can totally do this. No problem. You don't need to take this to anybody, and you can just visually see if you need it. Just take a look. Is the bushing there? Is it in good shape? Luckily, mine was just disintegrated into nothing, so it just wasn't there. Very easy to see. And depending on the condition of that bushing, maybe it's a soft, gummy one. Grab the shift cable, see if you can move it around on that little end ball, and maybe replace it if it's too squishy or if it crumbled into nothing. Time for a freshie. And of course, look up which shift cable end bushing you need, because they all differ just a little bit. GM stuff tends to be the one that I put down below in the comments. They started using that somewhere in the early 2000s. I think they still use it up to today. So it covers like a lot of makes and models. But again, I would double check that info before you click buy now. Thank you so very much for watching. If you found this video helpful or interesting at all, please consider becoming a member down below by clicking that join button. It's a direct way to help the channel out. Barring that, a like, comment, subscription go a whole long way, and I really, really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.